Hey, it's Heather, and welcome to Adventures in Gardening. So today we're going to be doing a couple things. We're going to be doing a little seed starting. We're going to be starting 10 different peppers from seed. And I'll show you some of the things I've learned along the road of life when it comes to starting pepper seeds. And I'll talk to you about each one of those the types of peppers that I'm growing as we go along. Some of them are tried and true, and others are new this year. So, and then the other thing that we're going to be doing is I'm going to show you my indoor seed starting setup, okay? And it's really nothing special, but I figured it might give somebody ideas on how to set something up really quick and really easy. Now, I keep it set up from about the end of January until about the first week of May. And I'm not trying to grow under lights. Okay, I'm just trying to get things started nice and strong so that they'll be ready when I need them to, go outside and be productive. I use it for things that I want to hurry up and germinate, and even lettuces. I will use it even for lettuces. But mostly I'm using it for long-term visitors in the house, like eggplants and peppers and tomatoes. Okay, so I'll tell you more about that when we get there. But I wanted to give you some of the tips that I've learned about growing peppers. And peppers, historically, I've had trouble with germination of peppers, okay? Frustrating, trouble. And the problem with peppers is they take a long time to get up, to get going, and to be productive in the garden. I mean, you know, right? If you know, you know. You're waiting for some of these peppers until September, okay? So you want them to get there fast and strong, right? So, I would grow them in those plug trays just like I grow my tomatoes, all right? And I would do them in nice straight rows, and it'd be 12 in each row, and they would come up so unevenly, and it drove me insane because I would lose time, and you can't go back and get that time, all right? And sometimes I'd end up buying my pepper plants, and I don't want to do that. So here are some things that I've done. I grow them like a community. I don't know why it works, but it works. So these are 6-packs, and to each one of these openings, I will plant 4 seeds, and I will do them in the corners, all right? It just works. I don't know why. Here's another thing that I do. This tray I filled with black gold seed starting soil. It's called seedling mix. That's what it's called. It gets me. I get it. We get each other, okay? It dries out very evenly, and that's what I want. I don't want it to dry out. I don't want it to stay wet all the time. In the beginning I do, but later on I want it to dry out evenly. It is an easy to use seed starting mix. So I pre-moistened this tray this morning. I filled the bottom with water, and then I walked away, okay? And then I came back, and my soil's all nice and dark, and then I added more water. Now the reason I am telling you this is because of the seed starting soil that I'm using and some other factors like the heat mats, all right? Because I don't want you to get in trouble and end up rotting your seeds, all right? But I'm soaking these seeds for 24 hours because tomorrow I'm gonna dump, you can hear the water sloshing around here, I'm going to dump the extra water out. So I'm letting those seeds kind of soak I'm skipping a step, okay? I don't wanna soak them in a bowl overnight and then pick them out and put them in the soil. All right, so that is how I'm going to start them. And then I'm going to use a dome and the heat mat, and then I'm going to break all the rules. I'm going to use the heat mat well after they have germinated because I want them to grow really strong and really fast. I want them to think it's summer. I want them to think it's July, okay? So I will let them stay on the heat mat, but I will remove the top to that. Is that all I wanted to say? I think that's all I had to say special, so we will get started doing some sewing now. All right, so we are crammed way over in the corner of my kitchen because there is so much sunshine in my kitchen right now, it's hard to see anywhere else. So I have all of my tags up here already made out, and I think we're gonna start we're going to start with Lesa pepper, okay? So Lesa pepper, I do collect my own seeds for Lesa. I've been growing them for a few years now. They are a sweet, sweet pepper, totally worth the wait, and they're beautiful. They're actually, I have some pictures of my own, but they're actually that glossy and that pretty and very, very sweet, like almost like candy, and it's about the size of a small bell pepper. So again, if you've never watched any of my videos, you open up your seed packet very carefully. You're preserving this this like little sticky stuff that's on the back right here, because it will help to slow down your seeds like this. So they are walking the plank. So you have more control like that, okay? So I am going to just get going on putting them in. So I'm going to do 4 seeds times 6, so I'm doing 24 of each of these. So I am pushing this down. I'm not really packing it, I'm just pushing it down because I'm going to need to put about 1/4 inch of soil on the top. Peppers want darkness for germination. They want darkness and heat. Next up is Cubanelle peppers. Cubanelle are actually one of my all-time favorites, okay? They're a multi-purpose pepper. Not really, sometimes they have it's not really a spicy pepper. It's more of a, I don't know, it has more flavor than a bell pepper. So you can use it for frying or you can use it for salads. One other thing I forgot to mention is I store all of my pepper seeds in the refrigerator. So to me, in my mind, it helps give them a little bit of chill before they get planted. So Mira peppers are another one of my favorites that I've been growing for a long time. This is an earlier pepper. It is basically, it tastes like a bell pepper, but it's earlier, it's a little bit smaller. It's kind of a cream color. Whoops, I forgot to put the label on those. Can't forget that. Note how I don't cover any of the seeds until I'm completely done, okay? Because yeah, I'll see a squirrel and then I'll be like, did I plant that? I don't know. Anyway, the Mira peppers are, they're tasty and they're nice to have early. And it's a big enough pepper so that, you know, for a couple people. These are Craig's Grande jalapeno. They are a very large jalapeno pepper. I love this, the heat and the flavor of this plant. And they're pretty prolific as far as how many peppers you get on them. Poblano peppers, I love this for cooking. You can use it in place of a bell pepper. I used them for stuffing last year, and the plants got really large, and I ended up with a ton of them very late in the game. Okay, now we get into the newer varieties that I'm growing this year. Actually, I'll do this one first. This one is not, it's new this year to me, but I grew it years ago. I have found that I sell a lot of plants, okay? And I have found that people are not adventurous when it comes to peppers. They want something that they recognize. And last year I grew a lot of different ones and they're like, but which one's a bell pepper? Or which one is the green pepper? So at least this year I can give them King of the North, you know, but anyways, it's a really good green bell pepper. It gets really big, so. Okay, I missed one actually that I have grown, and so this is one that nobody liked this one last year, but if you are at all into pickling or preserving or anything like that, this is a great pepper to do refrigerator pickles with. So these have been, and we just love these. These are just refrigerator pepperoncinis, and they've been in here since September, okay? So if you want to know more about it, leave me a message and I'll find the recipe for you. But the red ones, by the way, are spicy and the green ones are not spicy. So pepperoncinis are, you can eat them, you know, straight from the garden without pickling or preserving them, but they are very seedy. I have found that they go from green to brown to red, and when they are brown, they're actually fairly sweet. So I like them. But nobody else likes them as far as plant sales go. Okay, so this is a new one. It's called Violet Sparkle, and this is a, it says sweet and crisp. So kind of excited about these. It says it's purple streaked with pale yellow, ripening to red. These are black Hungarian, again new to me, and this says mildly hot and delicious flavor, much shaped like a jalapeno. Last one is called Early Flame Jalapenos. I meet a lot of people that really just grow their garden in containers. So I figured it's good to have something to offer. Also good, you know, fun to try for me too. So we'll give these a try. And this is one of those seeds that, you know, you're gonna wanna put about a 1/4 inch of soil on the top. So I use my hands for this and just put it on and just lightly press it down. So this is my indoor seed starting setup in our spare room, and I ordered, this is a new shelf for me this year, and I'll tell you that I had a hard time. I wanted a shelf that was as long as the lights, and it was just going to cost so much money. The lights are 4 feet long, and so I compromised. Okay, so I figured when I have the thing fully loaded, I could overhang my trays like that, because I need to fit you know, 2 full flats under each light. That's how much space I need. So how many light bulbs are in here? So there are 4 light bulbs in each one of these. I bought the whole unit on Amazon, and I've been using them. I think this is my 5th season using the same light bulbs. So yeah. Let's see. I raise and lower them, you know, with S hooks. I have different size S hooks that I keep around. When you are growing your seedlings, you want to have the lights very close, okay? So see, that's very, very close right there. So I'll just pull this tray out. And I monitor them a couple times a day. That is lettuce right there. I have a field trip coming up for kids that I needed. I need lots of lettuce for them. Parsley hasn't germinated yet, but this is thyme right here. That's germinated. This is more lettuce right here. And escarole, spotty germination, they were old seeds. The stalk, that's stalk right there. That is just coming up. And some red mustards and Marvel of 4-season lettuce. And up top, so everything except, every seed that I have going here needed light to germinate. Okay, and that's, these guys are, there's petunias in here, and dichondra, and perpetual spinach. So they're just starting to break soil, and then I'll take this lid off and take them off the heat. Okay, this is just to get them going. So if you have heat mats and you store them from year to year and you roll them up, the easiest way to get them to be flat again is just to plug them in and walk away. And when you come back, they're very, very agreeable. They're very pliable. So I will actually be growing the peppers on top because no light is needed for germination. It allows me to keep a really good eye on them instead of, laying on the floor to see what's going on. I'll put the humidity dome on, and then I'll just check them every day. So, peppers, they germinate at different times, so I'll just keep an eye. And if I need to, I will separate them so that I can have some not under the dome after they germinate, but I will move this this heat mat down below when I need to. So that's all there is to it. I mean, it's a simple setup, and keep them close. You got to keep the light source close, and you raise it up as your seedlings get taller. And then there's all different kinds of things that are going to be coming and going out of here. And then, the goal is all of those cole crops like the escarole and the lettuce, the perpetual spinach, they're going to go out into the greenhouse. So this is just to get them going. Whereas the peppers and the eggplants and the tomatoes, they're gonna pay rent for a while because they're gonna be visiting for quite a long time. Let's see, how many weeks? Many weeks. We've got many weeks to go. Our frost day here is about the 1st of May, and yeah, there you go. So thanks for spending time with me today. I hope that this was helpful and you got a little tidbit of a takeaway. If you're not already a subscriber, subscribe, because I'm going to be posting updates as shorts on all of the seedlings and how the progress is going. And to see the growth is kind of fun, right? To see other people's plants. So thumbs up if you enjoyed spending time with me too, and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next adventure in gardening. See you soon.